today's starting lineups. First for William Penn. Starting at guard, 6'3" senior from Miami, Florida, number 5, Jazz Farrell. At the other guard, 6'3" freshman from Des Moines, Iowa, number 11, Manny Hammonds. At the other guard, 6'2" senior from Shreveport, Louisiana, number 12, Marcus Bell. At forward, 6'4" senior from Evanston, Illinois, number 32, Ontario Chapman. And at the other forward, 6'9" senior from Bloomington, Minnesota, number 33, Durante Morant. William Penn is coached by John Henry. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing your Pioneers. Starting at guard, 6'1" junior from Lorain, Ohio, number 5, Ed Wright. At the other guard, 6'5" senior from McPherson, Kansas, number 13, Jake Alexander. At the other guard, 6'5" senior from Olathe, Kansas, number 25, Anthony Brown. At forward, 6'6" senior from Ottawa, Kansas, number 24, Aiden Michael. And at the other forward, 6'9" senior from Kansas City, Missouri, number 23, Caleb Jones McCreary. The Pioneers are coached by Adam Hepker, assisted by Hudson Welty and Jacob Reddy. Tonight's referees are Dan Nowakowski, Pat Bay, and William Sims.
Welcome into the Cook Center, where we're set for the final regular season game of the Heart of America Conference season. The Heart Champs, your hosts, the Mid-America Nazarene University Pioneers, on Senior Day, ready to take on the William Penn Statesmen from Oskaloosa, Iowa. A non-traditional starting lineup for Senior Day. You've got all 4 seniors on the floor. 3 of these guys started a whole ton of games in their career, and then we have the junior guard, Ed Wright, and Aiden Michael, senior from Ottawa, Kansas, number 24, getting the start today, and Caleb Jones McCreary wins the tip. It'll be Pioneer basketball to get things started. Wright goes to Michael out top. Immediate high post catch for Jones McCreary. Gets it back to Ed Wright on a DHO. Wright straight to the rim, hangs and hits for the first basket of the ball game. Ed Wright doing what he does best, which is putting the ball in the bucket. William Penn, who's been atop of this conference for years and years, lost a key member of their coaching staff, and find themselves in a non-familiar position in last place in the Heart of America standings. As a freshman, Manny Hammonds ties us at 2 on a nice take on the left side. Pioneers won their first game ever at William Penn. Of course, haven't been in the league for that many years, but by 35 points on the road. Turn it over here, and we'll look to continue this 15-game winning streak. Pioneers come into the ballgame 23-4 overall, 21-2 in conference play. Both of those conference losses came whilst Ed Wright was out with injury, the leading scorer for your Pioneers. And have not lost a game while he's been in the lineup in the Heart. Aiden Michael picks up a personal foul, and it'll send the Statesman's leading scorer, Jazz Farrell, to the line for 2 shots. Farrell averages about 15 points a game. A senior from senior from Miami, Florida. And Farrell splits the pair. Jake Alexander, senior from McPherson, Kansas, flies in for the defensive rebound. Wright gets a screen out top from Caleb Jones McCreary. Skip pass, Jake Alexander, 3 from the wing, back rim, no good. Farrell pulls in the rebound. He's going to bring it himself. To Marcus Bell out top. Bell, not an efficient shooter from the floor, likes to rebound it, push it in transition, get some assists, but does not really shoot it from the perimeter, and that's who Aiden Michael guards to get things started. Bell, 17% from the floor on the season, 9 for 52. 42 of those are threes. He's made 7 of them. Quick duck in for Laurente Mormont. Chapman couldn't get it to him. Good defense by Jones McCrary on Mormont. Farrell up top, probing. Working on Anthony Brown. Goes to the rim. Good defense by Brown, not to foul. Farrell with the wild shot off the mark. Here comes Ed Wright in transition. No look pass. Jones McCrary, the finish. It's a nice assist from Ed Wright. And the Kansas City native, senior Caleb Jones McCrary on the board. Alexander with a steal. Jones McCrary pulls it down, and all alone ahead of the pack. Aiden Michael misses the layup, but there's the rebound and the putback for Ed Wright. I think Aiden was just too open that time. You never have that much space. Let's give him an assist, an off the backboard assist to Ed Wright. Statesman looking to enter the post. There's maybe the 3rd steal of the first 3 minutes for Jake Alexander. Now Wright throws it up for Aiden Michael, who's long 2 off the mark, and there's Ed Wright once again. Ed Wright, right place, right time, an offensive rebound and a putback. He's got 6 already of the Pioneers' 8. Pioneers coming off, again, they're on a 15-game winning streak, wrapped up the Hart Conference Championship last week. Went to a really talented Central Methodist team earlier this week and got down by as many as 18 points. Didn't lay down, decided to battle back and win it anyway. With the Hart Conference already wrapped up, and a big reason why was Ed Wright with 34 points in that one. As Manny Hammonds knocks down a tough pull-up jumper. It's a freshman, can score it. Beautiful find inside as Ed Wright drops a dime for Jake Alexander for the dunk. An early nominee for the Olathe Eye Care Good Vision play of the game. Little two-handed slam for Alexander off the feed from Wright. It's a 10-5 lead for your Pioneers here early on. Hammonds probing, cut off, takes a step back 3, and it rolls around and doesn't drop. Looked good the whole way for Manny Hammonds. But rolls around and doesn't fall. Anthony Brown swings it out to Wright inside Jones McCrary. He's one-on-one with the big fellow Laurente Mormont. And they're going to get Mormont for a personal on the floor. A lot of size inside there. That's 2 6'8", 6'9" guys. Mormont, a senior from Bloomington, Minnesota. And now the freshman Gerard Bosch from Barcelona, Spain will check into the ballgame for your Pioneers. Started every other game of the season. Of course, senior day, going to be a different lineup. Wright tries to feed Jones McCrary inside. It's batted around. Caleb does come down with it. He attacks baseline. Reverse layup was blocked, but he's fouled. By number 40, who's not even listed on the roster.
That's his first, second team foul.
Yeah, I was handed a roster for William Penn before the game. There is not a number 40 on it, so I have no idea who committed the foul there, but it's 40 in the blue. As Caleb walks to the free throw line and knocks down the first.
Checking in for the Pioneers, Brenton Van Dyke.
This William Penn team comes into the ballgame with a 6-21 record, 5-18 in Hart Conference play. Caleb knocks down the 2 free throws. We'll see Marcellus Bryant, a freshman, into the ballgame now, and he takes a 3 from the corner and knocks it down. Marcellus Bryant, 5'9" freshman from Inglewood, California. Was just 1 for 5 from 3 on the season, 4 for 21 from the floor. Steps in and buries a 3. And Branton Van Dyke, the starting point guard, his pass, into the post intended for Gerard Bosch, stolen away. Pioneers undefeated since Van Dyke has stepped into that starting role at the point guard spot. A sophomore from Herman, Utah. And he steals it away from Ontario Chapman from behind. A nice play from Van Dyke on the defensive end, making up for that turnover. Hammonds one-on-one with Wright. Spin cycle, drops it off for Van Dyke, and it's going to be batted around, eventually stolen by William Penn. And stolen right back by Anthony Brown from behind. He picked the pocket of Willie Anderson, and another assist for Ed Wright. Brandon Van Dyke with the 2. Look real closely in the middle of the lane. We've got a little shiny coin on the floor. It's another dime dropped by Ed Wright. Some highlight plays early on for the junior on senior day. This is Caleb Jones-McCrary just completely ignoring number 40 for William Penn at the three-point line, and he casts up a three that's no good. Wright, two-man game left side, gets it into Jones-McCrary on the block. Power dribble, kicked out. Van Dyke probes. Paint touch, pull-up jumper, left it short. William Penn off and running in transition, and Anderson all the way to the rim misses the uncontested layup. Sloppy start for William Penn. Wright to the cup, he's fouled. Willie Anderson commits the personal.
That's
his first, the third team foul on William Penn. Ed misses the first, uncharacteristic. It's a guy who shoots 88% from the line, 90% a year ago. Just doesn't miss many at the foul line. Cam Marshall checks in for William Penn, a sophomore from San Diego, California. And Brooks Lenger into the ballgame for your Pioneers. Junior sharpshooter from Harrisonville, Missouri. Brooks shooting about 40% from the three-point line this season. Anderson working inside on Alexander, missed. Maybe Jake got a piece of that. Certainly forced the miss inside. Van Dyke working on Anderson, swings to Bosch up top. Anthony Brown one-on-one with Jazz Farrell on the block. Farrell leaning on him. Anthony spins baseline, had it stripped, got it back. Goes through Jazz Farrell that time, and the foul's going to be called on the floor. Fourth team foul on William Penn now. Head coach John Henry, a lot of success at William Penn over the years. Not happy with that call. Anthony Brown missed the putback there after the pull-up jumper from Alexander. Here comes Anderson in transition. He's cut off by Lenger. Bryant driving kick to Marshall. Now Farrell, that's the guy they want the ball in the hands of if you're William Penn, and that's why. Step back three on the way, knocks it down. 15-11 your score now after the step back three from Farrell. Bosch to the rim, had it blocked from behind. William Penn looks to run. They will push the pace. Not a lot of teams run with the Pioneers. William Penn certainly willing to do so. They play fast. An easy transition layup for William Penn, and it's a two-point game all of a sudden. Bosch up top, going to organize the offense here. To Brown left side. Pick and roll with Bosch, turned it over, got it back. Anthony into the paint now. Floater, too strong, got his own miss, and put back no good. Bosch, third time's the charm. There it is, Gerard Bosch. Gets it to go. 17-13 your score. 12 minutes to go in the first half. Pioneers with a 4-point lead. And nice pass inside from Marcellus Bryant. Foul on Van Dyke. First personal, and we'll have a 30-second timeout. 12:07 to go in the first half on Senior Day. Your Heart of America Conference champs, your Pioneers 17, William Penn 13. First free throw is no good. It's going to drive me nuts not knowing the name of this player. He's not listed on the roster on their website or on the paper that was handed to me before the game. He missed both free throws, and big fella Gerard Bosch pulls down the rebound. It's going to be Wright bringing it across, gets a drag screen from Bosch. It's Alexander, enters the post. Bosch one-on-one in the paint, steps through and lays it in with the right hand. Gerard Bosch, back-to-back buckets inside, both with his right hand. Bosch, the lefty, skilled offensive player, can go over either shoulder. Bryant looking for Farrell going back door. Pass was kicked, and it'll remain Statesman basketball. Pinned down for Marshall, and he's cut off at the elbow. That's Bryant working on Van Dyke, and he lost it out of bounds. Turnover for the freshman. He's nasty quick, may have traveled on the catch. Can't tell as fast as his feet are moving. Right on the zoom action. Goes right at Bryant, spins, and hits the 15-foot jumper. Ed Wright showing a little bit of everything here in the first half, scoring it, getting guys involved with the distributing off the bounce. 21-13 lead for your Pioneers is a missed three from Marshall, and right back the other way in a hurry. Got to pick it up. He does. Skips it into the bleachers. Was looking for Branton Van Dyke. It goes into the stands for a turnover, and we'll have Anthony Brown and Caleb Jones-McCurry enter the ballgame for the Pioneers. Bryant brings it across the timeline, and Pioneers switch a little dribble handoff out top. Willie Anderson splits the defense and gets the right-handed layup to go this time. And Wright, before you can blink, is at the rim on the other end and scores, hangs and hits for the two in transition. That is as fast as you can score after a made basket. It was a basket by Willie Anderson, and with 27 seconds left on the shot clock, Pioneers lay it in on the other side. Jones-McCrary strips Mormont. Here come the Pioneers off and running again. Van Dyke catches in the corner. Skip past Langer. Three on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Brooks Langer. It's pretty transition basketball. Pioneers have broke the century mark a bunch of times this year. They're on pace to do so once again. 10 minutes into the ball game, they've got 26 after the three from Langer. Farrell, contested pull-up three over Anthony Brown, well defended by Brown, off the mark. Comes Branton Van Dyke in transition. Ed Wright, deep three, rattles out. Bryant the rebound, he brings it across transition. Marshall had his pass deflected. Anderson into the paint, wild floater way off the mark. Pioneers off and running. Jones-McCrary, the Euro step and the finger roll finish. Anthony Brown the assist. 28-15 lead now for the Pioneers. Willie Anderson is nasty quick off the dribble. This is a guy only shooting 37% from the field, 50 for 135. And man, he can change pace off the bounce. We still got to put it in the basket. Double team comes from behind. Caleb sees it, got it to Anthony Brown. Now Van Dyke to Langer, thought about another three, turns it down. Late shot clock now, it's right into the paint. With the behind the head, that's a beautiful pass. Ed Wright turns toward the crowd with his tongue out. Dropped that one off behind the head. No look dime to Jones-McCrary for the easy two. There's Willie Anderson smoking another layup. My goodness, this guy is as fast with the basketball as I've seen in a long time, and he just can't make a layup. Van Dyke poked away from behind. Anthony Brown all alone under the goal for his first 2 points of the ball game. This is a fifth-year senior. Started pretty much every game he's played for the Pioneers. Scored over 2,000 points. Been an All-American a couple of times. will be, again, I think likely the Heart of America Conference Player of the Year. You could argue for Ed Wright as well. It's going to be one of those two guys. Maybe co-players of the year, I don't know. But Anthony Brown scores his first bucket here on senior day. Wright spinning off the screen, kicks to Van Dyke for three. There's another assist, and Branton Van Dyke knocks down the triple. It is a 35-17 lead now as this game has blown wide open here in the first half. Marshall backdoor to Mormont, who traveled. They didn't call it. Instead, they're going to get a personal foul on, we'll see if it's Van Dyke or Jones McCrary. It's Brandon Van Dyke. That'll bring us to our under 10 media timeout. It's an 18-point lead here with 7:33 to go in the first half for your Hart champs, the Pioneers. So it'll be Marcus Bell to inbound baseline underneath. Got it inside to Mormont, and Mormont turns over that right shoulder and gets a left-handed jump hook to go. It's good execution out of the dead ball and a baseline inbounds underneath from William Penn. Little elbow ball screen, right, drops it off to Jones McCrary for the dunk. How many Olathe Eye Care Good Vision play of the games can we have in the first half? Because we've got several nominees now, a couple for dunks, the behind the head no-look assist. Ed Wright's been on the passing end of most of them. Jones McCrary's now in double figures with 10 after the dunk. The freshman Isaiah Cole in off the bench grabs a defensive rebound. Wright probing into the paint, fouled by Mormont, and going to go to the free throw line. Mormont picks up his second, the 15th foul on William Penn, and Ed knocks down the first of two. Got them both. 13 points now in the first half for Wright. Pioneers' lead is 20. It's a nice job blowing up that downhill ball screen for Jazz Farrell. Switched that dribble handoff action and iced the screen, forced him back to his left hand. Farrell does draw the foul, but couldn't get downhill like the play design intends, so it's good scouting report defense from the Pioneers. Always well prepared. Head coach Adam Hepker, almost certainly going to be Hart Coach of the Year. Along with the assistant coaches. Hudson Welty does a great job for the Pioneers. Isaiah Cole fights over the flare for Manny Hammonds. It's a great job from the freshman, staying attached to a good shooter. Force Ontario Chapman to put it on the floor and get to the rim, and he does. Picks up a foul on Alexander.
Jake Alexander, that's his first, fifth team foul.
Manny Hammonds just about the only guy on the Statesman uniform that is a consistent threat from downtown, shooting 40% from three in conference play. As Willie Anderson banks in a 17-foot jumper. Absolutely did not mean to bank. Right, hesitates, hangs, gets to the rim. He's fouled and one. I mean, this is a ridiculous offensive performance we're seeing in the first half from the junior from Lorain, Ohio. The junior college All-American transfer from Allen County, putting on a show in the first half in the Cook Center. He's got 16 points now. Pioneers extend the lead. Bell, turnaround jumper over Alexander, no good. And Marcus Bell, a 17% field goal shooter on the year. Pioneers will be more than happy with that field goal attempt. Right, crossover to the cup. Misses the layup this time. Jones McCrary there for the follow. That right to left cross shook Ontario Chapman for the straight line drive, and Marcus Bell is going to be whistled for the personal foul.
Substitution for the Pioneers, Gerard Bosch.
Gerard Bosch will check in, give Wright a breather, and it'll be Anthony Brown handling the point guard duties with this lineup. Bell to Anderson. He gets a screen from Mormont at the elbow, raises up and misses the pull-up jumper. Jake Alexander hauls in the board. It'll be Brown in transition. Gets a screen from from Jones McCrary. Skip pass, Isaiah Cole, baseline drive, some contact there, no whistle. Anthony Brown on the stampede, drops one off for Jones McCrary for the dunk. Same result, this time it's Anthony Brown playmaking off the bounce. Gets into the paint, draws the help defender, and just drops off a nice assist for the dunk. Chapman the other way to the rim, he's fouled. And Ontario Chapman going to go to the line for two. I believe that foul's on Jake Alexander. That's his second. Sixth team foul, so both teams will be in the bonus for the final 5:09 of this first half. And Brooks Langer will check in for Jake after this free throw from Chapman, which rolls in. Chapman way too strong on attempt number two, but got his own miss and swings it out to Anderson. Spinning into the paint, traveled, didn't get it called, missed the turnaround jumper, but got his own miss. Another offensive rebound, an extra possession for the Statesman. Hammonds drive and kick to Chapman. He takes a three from the slot and knocks it down. Offensive rebounds, stealing extra possessions that time for William Penn, and Chapman takes advantage. Jones McCrary to Anthony Brown. Three from the slot. He knocks it down. Anthony Brown from downtown. He's got five now, and it's a 49-25 lead for the Pioneers. Hammonds probes, swings to Bell. So I'm impressed with the offensive game of Manny Hammonds. For a freshman, he's been very comfortable with the basketball. Looks to be the best offensive player on the Statesman team. For you could throw Jazz Farrell in that conversation as well. As Willie Anderson does score it at the rim, he's up to 8 points now in the first half. Cole, high post, triggers the offense with Jones McCrary. Gets it back on a twist action. He drives in, was cut off by Mormont. Jones McCrary with the mismatch inside and an offensive foul. Marcus Bell just anticipating some contact from Jones McCrary and flopped, was rewarded for it. Marshall back in for William Penn. Pioneers show press, force the turnover. Brooks Langer comes up with the steal, gets it back from Isaiah Cole, and he goes to the rim. He's fouled and one. Brooks Langer turning defense into offense. Gets the steal at midcourt in the press. Found Isaiah Cole on the sideline, and Cole gave it right back to him. Little Euro step and an inside hand finish plus the foul. Langer's at the line for one more. And he knocks down the free throw as he's one to do. Brooks Langer shooting 93% from the free throw line this year. He is 24 for 26, adding to that 6 first half points. Anthony Brown pulls down the rebound. Here come the Pioneers in transition again. Langer, stop and pop from 15 feet. Knocks it down. Brooks Langer, 3 for 3 from the floor, 2 for 2 from the line with 8 first half points. Anderson banks in a floater this time, and he's in double figures with 10. Anthony Brown turns the corner, gets to the block on the left side. Had it poked away by Anderson, and it'll stay Pioneer basketball. And Anthony will inbound from the dead corner. It's a tough spot to inbound from. Throws it into Langer out top near the volleyball line. And here's that high post trigger offense from Jones McCrary. He finds Isaiah Cole going backdoor, and Cole's shot was maybe partially blocked. Pioneers thought maybe a foul on Marcus Bell, none called. Hammonds, not the guy you want to leave open. Takes advantage, knocks down a three. Manny Hammonds with 7 here in the first half. Gerard Bosch with the early seal in transition. Just turns over the shoulder and flushes one home. The assist for Anthony Brown. Nice job for Gerard Bosch running rim to rim. Chapman kicks out to Hammonds, just hit one. Bosch doing a good job, drives him off the three-point line. Chapman for 3. Left it short, and Isaiah Cole comes flying in for the rebound. Now Bosch in transition, spinning, gets to that left hand, and he's fouled. Pioneers still keeping their foot on the gas here in the first half. Scored 56 first half points with 2 minutes still to play. And Bosch going to go to the line for 2. This is a William Penn team that certainly different group of players, but Coach John Henry used to being on the other side of some of these lopsided blowout games, as William Penn has won plenty of those over the years. A bit of a role reversal this season. And Bosch takes advantage at the free throw line. 57-32 your score, under 2 minutes to go in the first half. On senior day here in the Cook Center, although Pioneers will have home court throughout the conference tournament as they locked up the #1 seed. Offensive rebound by Chapman. Anthony Brown blocks the shot, and here's Ed Wright. He beats everybody down the floor for the layup. Right now with 18 in the first half. Jones McCrary, 14 first half points. Those two keeping pace with William Penn on their own in the score column anyway. As Marshall curls to the rim all alone, gets an easy layup to go. Now Wright in transition, 3 from the wing, no good. Marshall, a step back 3 from the top of the key. Not this time. Jones McCrary the rebound. Brown to Wright, triggers that high post catch for Jones McCrary, and he feeds it right back to Ed Wright for the 2. Those two guys have been tremendous on the offensive end. Little 2-man game that time. Make it a 3-person action as Jones McCrary catches at the elbow, And you've got a back screen from Anthony Brown, who very well might be the Heart of America Player of the Year, for Ed Wright, who might be the Heart of America Player of the Year. And should be just one possession apiece left here in the first half. Jazz Farrell gets downhill, cut off by Bosch, and he traveled. Good defense by Gerard Bosch. I've been so impressed with the freshman from Barcelona, although he did play a prep year at Sunrise Christian Academy, how good he's been on the defensive end. That's an awfully tough adjustment for freshmen, and Bosch has been outstanding defensively. Marcus Bell jumped the passing lane, just about came up with a steal. Went into the William Penn bench, though, and it'll be Pioneer basketball. 5-second difference between shot and game clock. William Penn jumps into his zone. Pioneers have a set play ready. Right into the paint, hangs, misses, and the putback dunk for Jones McCrary. 63 first half points for the Pioneers. Farrell to the rim. He's fouled by Jones McCrary from behind. Caleb came in looking for a block. Excuse me, they're going to get Gerard Bosch for the personal. That's his first. Farrell knocks down the first free throw. Got them both. Brown brings it across. 8 seconds to play in the first half. Drops one off inside. Jones McCrary hangs and was fouled by Farrell? Nope. Ontario Chapman going to be whistled for the foul. So Jones McCrary will go to the free throw line. Another nice pass inside from Anthony Brown. Does a little bit of everything. This is a guy who has scored over 2,000 points, averages 17 a game. This season, the Pioneers' leading rebounder, the Pioneers' leading assist man, guards the other team's best player just about every night. You can make the argument he should be the defensive player of the year in the league. Just a bit of a Swiss Army knife. Can guard really 1 through 4, maybe 1 through 5. Plays the point guard spot at times, can play the 4 spot at times. And Isaiah Cole steals the ball at midcourt. Did not get the shot off in time, so that's going to be your first half. It's a 63-36 lead. Mid-America Nazarene on top of William Penn at the halftime break.
She is being escorted by her Penn director, Dr. Luke Johnson. She is majoring in music and plans to get a master's in counseling and work as a school counselor after graduation. Her favorite memory is traveling to Ecuador with the Performing Arts Department. McKenna Clements. Next we have Cole Belcher from Garnett, Kansas. He is being escorted by his parents, Wendy and Chris Belcher. He is majoring in computer science and after graduation plans to work in the field of data science and machine learning. His favorite memory at MNU is hanging out late at night with his friends because everything is funnier at 2 a.m. when everyone is sleeping. Cole Belcher, ladies and gentlemen. Next, we have Josh Robinson from Olathe, Kansas. He is being escorted by his mother, Tamara Robinson. He is majoring in English, and after graduation, he plans to get a job, an apartment, and a dog, maybe. His favorite memory is the late-night trips to Sonic with the drumline after summer rehearsals. Josh Robinson. Next, we have Trevor Boudry from Garnett, Kansas. He's being escorted by his parents, Tina and Tom Boudry. He is majoring in general ministry and plans to continue serving in youth ministry after graduation. His favorite memory is late night talking with roommates. Trevor Boudry. Lastly, we have Jonathan Waller from Bellevue, Nebraska. He is being escorted by his best friend and younger brother, David Waller. He is majoring in general ministry with a minor in worship arts. After graduation, he plans to marry his fiancée, Nicole Floyd, and pursue co-pastoring opportunities with her. His favorite memory is squeezing in 8 people into a corner booth of the old cafeteria at every meal with lots of laughter at each meal. Jonathan Waller. Thank you.
Well, welcome back into the Cook Center, where we're set for the final 20 minutes of regular season action here in the Cook Center to wrap up Heart of America Conference play. After as dominant a first half as I can remember, the Pioneers took a 27-point lead into the break, 63-36. 20 first half points for Ed Wright, 16 for Caleb Jones-McCrary. And William Penn basketball to start the second half. Hammond's downhill pull-up jumper from the elbow off the mark. Mormont battles for the rebound but knocks it out of bounds. Pioneer basketball. Van Dyke brings it across the timeline. It's the traditional starting five for the Pioneers now, with Van Dyke and Gerard Bosch back in the lineup. Different starting lineup on senior day with Alexander and Aiden Michael to start the game. Wright, pull-up jumper from 15 feet, picks up right where he left off, knocking down shots, 1 for 1 here to start the second half for the Pioneers. Chapman into the paint, kicks to Bell. Marcus Bell, a senior from Shreveport, Louisiana, and he goes inside to Mormont, who's fouled. Laurente Mormont will head to the free throw line. The big lefty off the mark on the first free throw attempt. And he splits the pair. Mormont heading up and down the floor gingerly. Appears to be favoring one of those ankles. I don't know if he's rolled it here today or it's a pre-existing injury, but certainly not moving at 100%. He's guarding Jones-McCrary at 15 feet. To Van Dyke, back to Wright. Ed goes back to Caleb at 15 feet, triggers a different action. Van Dyke now in the corner. Penetrates, gets all the way to the rim, and he's fouled. Strong take from Brayton Van Dyke.
That's his first team foul. Brayton Van Dyke at the line, shooting 2.
Fouls on Manny Hammonds, his first, and now both teams with 1 personal. Van Dyke's free throw rolls in. This can't be right. It says Van Dyke has not shot a free throw on my stats here, and there's just no way that's the case. But he splits the pair there. Farrell gets a screen out top from Mormont into the paint, kicks. Bell takes a 3 and left it short. Couple statesmen there. It's Mormont who pulls it down, kicks it out for Farrell, and jazzes 3 off the mark. And then Bell stole it away, but he was standing out of bounds, had his heels on the inline. So Pioneer basketball. Van Dyke looking for Wright in the corner. Isolated post entry to Jones-McCrary. He catches there. Spins, shot fakes, up and under, and missed the putback, but was fouled. Caleb going to go to the line for 2. Nice post move inside from Jones-McCrary. Spun to that left side, shot faked, and then a little up and under, step through. Mormont bit for just a moment on that shot fake, and Caleb's back at the free throw line. First one rattles out.
Substitution for William Penn, number 40, Kobe Moore.
Here comes William Penn in transition after the missed free throws. Hammonds into the paint, drops one off inside, and a teammate there to put it up and in, and he's fouled. believe the PA announcer is saying Kobe Horn. There's not a Kobe Horn on my roster sheet, but we'll go with Kobe Horn. He scores the basket. He's at the line for one more. And he knocks down the bonus free throw as well. Van Dyke quickly up the floor to Ed Wright for the easy layup, beat everybody down the floor. And after a free throw, laying it in with 27 on the shot clock. 24 points now for Wright. Farrell lost it out of bounds, turnover. Wright, two-man game with Jones McCrary on the left wing. Dancing, now he's going to get into the post. Spins, had it stripped away, but there's Caleb to scoop it up off the floor. Goes up, but he's fouled from behind by Horn.
Kobe Horn has his second 13th foul. Caleb Jones McCrary at the line, shooting 2.
Caleb knocks down the second free throw. 18 points now and a 30-point lead for the Pioneers. Hammonds contested three and knocks it down over Van Dyke. Tough shot for Hammonds. Ed straight to the rim the other way, and Hammonds got a hand on it, stripped it away. A couple of good plays in a row now for the freshman. Hammonds probing, thought about another one, got right off his feet, swung it to Horn. He gets inside and was tied up. Yep, jump ball. Caleb Jones McCrary, good hands to tie it up. Possession arrow, ball back to the Pioneers. Van Dyke across the top of the key to Anthony Brown. Dribble handoff back to Van Dyke. Looking to go inside, stolen away by Horn, and it's a fast break now for William Penn. Pull up three in transition from Hammonds, and it just rolls around, doesn't fall. Van Dyke the rebound, 4-on-2 break. Ed Wright all alone in transition, and he buries the three. Jazz Farrell back the other way for the dunk. Back and forth action, and both these teams want to run, and they're staying true to form. It's been a fast-paced game. There's an and one for Jones McCrary. Baseline with the reverse.
And he's fouled by number 40, Kobe Horn.
He's fouled by Horn.
That's his third personal, fourth team foul.
That three from Ed Wright, I think, will put him over 40% from downtown on the year. So he's approaching, flirting with the 50-40-90 club, which is some elite company. Jones McCrary misses the bonus free throw, but he's got 20 points now. And it swings to Bryant. Marcellus Bryant back in at the point guard spot for William Penn. Horn inside is fouled by Jones McCrary, spinning to the baseline. Caleb picks up his third.
Foul number 23, Caleb Jones McCrary. That's his third team foul.
16 minutes left in the ball game. Caleb with his third personal. Coach Hepp going to leave him in there. He, again, just ignoring Horn on the perimeter, and Horn misses the jumper. Right, in transition, went up top like he was going to throw that one down on top of Chapman. Won't give him the dunk, but he did take the contact and still got the basket to go. I haven't seen Ed raise up and throw down in traffic like that, but he tried it. Still scored the bucket. Turnover, Bryant threw it off the shoe of Farrell, and Van Dyke got to it. Jones McCrary, drop off, right, layup, no good. Jones McCrary the tip in. Ooh. The PA announcer giving credit to Gerard Bosch for the basket. So take that back. Bosch now with 9. Horn, nice move inside, spun over that right shoulder and scores with the left hand. He's Made his presence felt in the paint. Bosch the other way for three. The lefty missed everything. Here comes Chapman. Euro steps. Anthony Brown got a hand on the basketball, I thought, but they're going to get him for a foul. Anthony Brown whistled for the personal, his first.
Foul number 25, Anthony Brown. That's his first 4-15 foul.
A lot of whistles here early in the second half. Both teams at 14 fouls, just 5 minutes in. Cam Marshall and Willie Anderson check in for William Penn. Jake Alexander back in for Pioneers. Fifth-year senior out of McPherson. A huge reason why this veteran Mid-America squad won the conference this season and ranked in the top 15 in the country. He and Anthony Brown came in that same freshman class along with Aiden Michael 5 years ago now. That COVID year, made the national tournament as freshmen, and the tournament got canceled. Didn't get a play in that last tournament down in Municipal. It's just such a bummer. Hope they were playing there this year. Of course, made the tournament last year as well, but wasn't at Municipal, had to go to Georgetown. Ed Wright scores again. He's now got 31 points. Pioneers lead by 32, make it 30 again. After the basket from Marcellus Bryant. Van Dyke throws it the length of the floor. Bosch there and finishes with the reverse. Nice catch and finish from Bosch. He's got 11. Bryant crosses over, gets into the paint, and throws it off the foot of Bosch, so he'll be William Penn basketball.
Substitution for the Pioneers, Brooks Langer.
Brooks Langer checks in for the Pioneers. Ed Wright will take a breather. Brooks 3 for 3 from the floor in the first half with 8 points. Horn on the roll, fouled from behind by Van Dyke, stops the dunk.
Foul number 12, Branson Van Dyke. That's his third personal, 5th team foul. Cody Horn at the line will be shooting 2.
Splits the free throws. Alexander batted the defensive rebound right back into the hands of the shooter, and Ontario Chapman knocks down a mid-range jumper. Van Dyke enters it to Anthony Brown, skips to a wide open Brooks Langer from the corner, and his three just rattles out, but Branson Van Dyke on the offensive glass puts it up and in. And Coach Hepker with a quick 30-second timeout wants to talk things over with his group. Not happy about the offensive rebound given up on the free throw attempt, I think. Yeah, this is a championship habit. Bryant brings it across to Willie Anderson now. Marshall off a stagger double. He gets into the paint and has his shot blocked by Gerard Bosch. Bosch tracks it down but was out of bounds on the baseline. And Isaiah Cole will check back in for Mid-America Nazarene. Flex action on the baseline out of bounds. Gets it back to Bryant out top. Bryant probing. Working on Bosch, gets into the paint, kicks to Anderson. Anderson fires up a three from the corner, misses everything. Another offensive rebound, put back in an and one for Kobe Horn. Horn not on the roster and has been maybe the most effective player for William Penn here. In double figures, scoring it, getting some offensive rebounds. He's a presence inside. Impressed with 40 in the navy blue. Anthony Brown running the point now. To Bosch out top. Cole turns the corner off the handoff. Shot fake, got the defender off his feet, and just missed the 15-foot jumper off the back rim. Anderson in transition to the rack. Wild layup, no good. Anthony Brown in the stomach before the shot attempt. Cole in transition turns down a layup. You get to Bosch out top. They wait for Anthony, who's the de facto point guard, and just now comes across midcourt. And he takes a three from the wing and buries it. Anthony Brown knocks down the triple. Horn inside working on Bosch and gets the jump hook to go off the glass. And Bosch was looking for Brooks Langer back door and threw it into the help defense. A steal for William Penn, and in transition, Bryant to Ontario Chapman, and he missed the three. Langer comes down with a long rebound and slows things up. Drops it to Anthony Brown. Brown, the floater, in the basket. 5 quick points for Anthony Brown, the assist for Langer. Pioneers sitting at 90 with 12 minutes to play. Langer tracks down another defensive rebound, gets it back to Anthony Brown. Brown goes inside to Bosch. Gerard Bosch, the drop step and the dunk. It's another assist for Brown, and Bosch throws one down. 92-59, 11 and a half minutes to play. Chapman spinning into the paint, had his shot partially blocked, and he was fouled by Jake Alexander.
Jake Alexander, that's his third personal. 17th foul.
Third personal on Alexander, the 7th team foul on the Pioneers. Long time left to play in this one, and William Penn will be in the bonus for the duration. Chapman misses the first.
Substitution for the Pioneers. Caleb Jones-McCrary. Check in for William Penn.
Jones-McCrary back in for Bosch. Brown throws it the length of the floor. Great catch by Jones-McCrary. Had his first pass attempt batted back into his arms. His second one goes to Brooks Langer, and his shot blocked by Anderson. William Penn now in transition. Bryant, man, he's quick as a hiccup. Little guy, but nasty quick off the bounce. Gets one to Chapman in the paint, and Ontario Chapman scores. He's now got 10 points. Alexander off the handoff into the paint. Some contact there, no whistle. Jones-McCrary comes down with the offensive rebound, and another and one for Caleb Jones-McCrary.
And he's fouled by number 33, Arante Ortolante. That's his fourth, 5th team foul.
Kayla left the bonus free throw well short. Hammonds driving in on Alexander, and his reverse layup goes. Nice take from Manny Hammonds. And an impressive performance from the freshman from Des Moines. 12 points now. Good split action on the right side for the Pioneers. Jake Alexander cut back door. Both Statesman defenders went with him, and it left a wide open Brandon Van Dyke, who knocks down the three. Another assist for the big man, Jones McCrary. And Statesmen turn it over on the baseline. Marshall's pass intended for Bryant out of bounds, and a timeout on the floor with exactly 10 minutes to go in the ballgame. So the de facto fourth quarter coming up. It's a 97-63 lead for the Pioneers. Van Dyke running the point with freshman Isaiah Cole, Langer, Alexander, and Jones McCrary on the 5 on the floor. William Penn in a 2-3 zone now. Langer to Cole to Alexander in the corner, 10 on the shot clock. Van Dyke cuts to the paint, catches, shot fakes, and scores with a strong left hand. Nice execution against the zone. Van Dyke scores the basket. He's got 13 points, and the Pioneers showed 2-2-1 press back to zone, which we've seen throughout the year off and on. Pioneers will often go to this little 2-2-1 back to the zone after made free throws, this time just after a made basket and a live ball. Langer guards Anderson, who drives in and elevates, but just can't get that little 10-foot jumper to go down, and Van Dyke fouled. That's the 6th team foul on William Penn. So it'll be 1-1 on the next whistle. Both teams in the 1-1 now. And we'll shoot a lot of free throws for the final 9 minutes of this ball game. Everybody in the bonus. Cole to Alexander. Swings across to Van Dyke. Was looking for Jones McCrary on the pick and roll. It was stolen away. Comes Marshall. Swings. Willie Anderson takes a 3. No good. Mormont the O board in the putback. Van Dyke refuses the screen from Jones McCrary, gets downhill and missed the layup. Slipped on a wet spot. He's okay, got up, but man, that was an awkward landing for Van Dyke. I'm glad he's not injured. That was kind of a scary fall. He comes away with the steal and throws it ahead. Brooks Langer, nobody around, and Brooks is going to lay it in. The finger roll over the rim breaks the century mark for the Pioneers. Brooks Langer in double figures with 10 points. Pioneers with 101. Still 8 minutes to play.
Good.
Fouls on Isaiah Cole, and the basket good from Anderson. He's going to go to the line for one more. And Jones McCrary will exit the ball game, and we'll see the sophomore Caden Caberline enter for the Pioneers. Get some much-deserved action against still a starting group out there for Penn.
Substitution for Penn, number 5, Jazz Farrell.
Head coaches for these two esteemed programs having a conversation around midcourt. Not sure what it's about. Seems to be in good fun. Langer back to Alexander. Corner 3. Left it short. Tracked it down. Alexander doing what he does best, stealing possessions on the offensive glass. Isaiah Cole's three off the mark. Couple good looks from the corners for the Pioneers. Couldn't get him to go down. The only starter on the floor now for Mid-America is the sophomore point guard Van Dyke. Although Alexander essentially a starter. They have 6 starters. Pioneers show zone. Aiden Michael will head back to the scorer's table. 3 on the way from the corner from Hammonds. I don't know if the Pioneer got a piece of that because it didn't hit the rim. And he got it back and knocks down a 3. Second one was pure from Manny Hammonds. It's 101-71. Langer off the handoff into the paint, kicks to Van Dyke. Van Dyke spinning into the lane, scores with the offhand. The inside hand finish from Branton Van Dyke. Pretty take on the left side. He's got 15 points. Caden Caberline going to be whistled for the personal foul. I think the Cook Center faithful and the Pioneer bench thought that should have been a jump ball. Instead, it's a personal foul, and Mormont will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Mormont scores the first on the 1-and-1. Anthony Brown checks back in for the Pioneers. I'm assuming head coach Adam Hepker is going to want to take each one of his seniors off the floor one at a time. They can have a nice ovation for this crowd. Oh, there's still plenty of time left in the game here. Marshall drops off a pass for Mormont, and he scores the layup. Caberline, high post. Gets it back to Anthony Brown off the ball screen. Double team comes, skip pass. Jake Alexander, 3 from the corner, rattles out. Good look for Alexander, just didn't drop. Jake with the dunk early on. No field goals since. Farrell to the rim, missed it, and Caden Caberline tips the rebound to Van Dyke, who just throws it right to Manny Hammonds. But a great play by Anthony Brown, steals possession. Van Dyke inside to Caberline, and that ball should have counted. That's a goaltend right in front of the baseline official, and he just missed it. He's tired of blowing their whistles in such a lopsided affair, but that should have been a basket for Caberline. That should be a jump ball. Finally a whistle blown. Jump ball possession arrow does favor William Penn.
Substitution for the Pioneers, number 23,
Jones McCrary back in for Caberline. So it's the 4 seniors on the floor for your Pioneers here on Senior Day, with a big lead and 5.5 minutes to play, and the conference championship already wrapped up. Van Dyke brings it across midcourt. Goes inside to Jones McCrary, who's had a heck of a game, sitting at 24 points already. He kicks it out to Michael. Aiden Michael takes a 3 from the top of the key, no good. Another offensive rebound for Jones McCrary in the spinning reverse layup. No good, out of bounds, last touched by the Pioneers.
Replacing Aiden Michael.
Senior Aiden Michael will check out to a nice ovation from the crowd as Caberline goes right back in. Nice pass inside from Marshall to Ontario Chapman, and Chapman steps through and scores on the right side of the rim. Head of everybody is Caberline, and he drops a pass off for Jake Alexander, who scores. Marshall, 3 from the left wing, knocked it down. William Penn, they'll run with you, and they can score it. 79 points now. Of course, Pioneers with a comfortable lead on 4.5 minutes to play, but William Penn will get up and down. Brown, backdoor, 2 went with him. Van Dyke, 3 rolls out. Same action that he hit a 3 in front of the Pioneer bench on. This was on the opposite side of the floor. A little split cut out of the high post. Marshall's 3 no good this time, but he got his own miss. Another offensive rebound. Coach Hepker's been harping on the team about that. Rebounding been a big emphasis, and they're a good rebounding team. And Jake Alexander will exit the floor to a nice ovation. The senior from McPherson. Some family in the crowd, and he's, would think, going to be done for the day. And Jones McCrary will exit the ball game to a nice cheer from this crowd as maybe his final time in the regular season. Of course, these guys will host the conference tournament all the way through, starting next week, and Brooks Langer back into the ball game for Caleb. Anthony Brown working one-on-one in the post with Farrell, spins, and he's fouled, scores, and one. Anthony Brown back to the line for a bonus free throw. Foul was on Jazz Farrell, his second. Anthony Brown will check out of the ball game. Dante Wheatcroft enters for him. Standing ovation for AB. Still starting group, or 4 out of 5 starters anyway, on the floor for William Penn. I think only 8, maybe 9 guys in uniform for William Penn, and they've all played today. Fouls on Caberline, and it's going to send Chapman to the line for 2. Both teams in the double bonus. Well, take that back. Pioneers still will be in the 1-and-1 for a couple more fouls. Dante Wheatcroft pulls in the defensive rebound, and Wheatcroft, a sophomore out of Shawnee Mission Northwest. Brooks Langer, catch and shoot 3, knocks down another one. Nice execution by the Pioneers. Little flare screen for Langer, and he buries a 3 from the right wing. 13 points now for Brooks. Cole, great defense on a really good player, Jazz Farrell, the freshman, able to keep Farrell in front, force the pass. But in a secondary interior pass from Marcus Bell to Chapman, it's going to send Chapman back to the free throw line. Chapman misses the second, and Van Dyke pulls it in, brings it across. Pioneers still playing with pace. It's what they do. They're not going to change because of time and score. Wheatcroft off the ball screen into the paint. Steps through, gets the lefty runner to go, Dante Wheatcroft. A really nice take from Wheatcroft. Patient off the ball screen, got into the lane. Little head fake, got his defender to bite, and scores it with the left hand. Van Dyke deflected that ball, but William Penn recovers possession. Now Langer got his hand on one. Chapman, another short corner jumper, goes down. Wheatcroft ahead of the pack. A nice pass behind the head to Caden Caberline, and Caberline fouled, going to go to the line for two. A couple nice plays in a row on the offensive end from Dante Wheatcroft now. Caberline misses the first. Caden Caberline now in the scoring column, knocks down the free throw. 114-83 Pioneers. 2 minutes to play in the ball game. Cole hounding Jazz Farrell out top. Good defense from Isaiah Cole. Farrell eventually splits the defenders off the ball screen, but lost it out of bounds. Still going to be Penn basketball. Farrell gets it on the inbound. Fadeaway jumper from 15 feet goes in. It's a tough shot from Jazz Farrell. He's got double figures with 10. A lot of these young men for the William Penn program playing their last college games. I don't believe they'll be in the conference tournament unless everybody's in now. I'm not sure if they've changed that rule. Langer's floater no good. Van Dyke the putback, but they've got some seniors that are trying to close their career on a positive note, so continue to play hard. Just a minute and a half to go. And Jazz Farrell listed as a senior. Marcus Bell listed as a senior. Ontario Chapman, Laurente Mormont, all seniors on the roster for William Penn. Farrell now guarded by Wheatcroft. Hangs, step back three, and that's really good defense from Dante Wheatcroft and just a better shot from Jazz Farrell. A tough, contested step back three from Farrell. Van Dyke refuses the screen, drives baseline, drops it off for Wheatcroft, who scores another one. It's a beautiful find from Van Dyke on the assist. Farrell skip pass to Marshall. He takes a deep three, left it short. Langer comes down with it, pushes to Isaiah Cole. Kick, wide open three in the corner for Van Dyke, left it short. Cole just about the O board. Instead, Penn gonna have it in a easy two in transition for Farrell. About a 3-second difference between shot and game clock, and this one is just about over with. Van Dyke had his pass deflected, got it back, and then drops off a pass for Brooks Langer cutting to the rim. Another assist for Branton Van Dyke. Langer scores it again. He's got 15 points. Shot clock will be off the rest of the way. 120-90 Pioneers, and it wasn't that close. Horn scores another one for William Penn, and that should be your final score. A big win for your Hart champion, Mid-America Nazarene Pioneers on Senior Day. 16 straight wins heading into the postseason, 120-92. Stick around for Senior Night. Some of these guys may grab the mic and tell you about their experience here at Mid-America Nazarene, but we appreciate you tuning in on MNUsports.com and MNU Sports on YouTube.
McPherson, Kansas. That's a joke. That's a joke. It's not McPherson. It's McPherson. Only took me 3 years, and I got that right. Here are the numbers for Jake Alexander. Jake has scored over 1,100 career points. Pulled down 600 career rebounds and been a part of 3 national tournament teams. I'm not sure we've had a guy who's bought into his role this year more than Jake. From basically a 4-year starter to this year being the first guy off our bench. There is not a better sixth man in the country than Jake Alexander. From starting to coming off the bench was not an easy adjustment for anyone, and Jake has fully embraced it. And all the great teams have players like Jake who sacrifice for the greater good of the team. When we talk about our second core value in playing and living for each other, I think about Jake Alexander. At our spiritual retreat this fall, we had each of our guys share their 3 H's. Their highlight in their life, their hardship in their life, and their hero. Not only did Jake give a phenomenal testimony that night to our guys, a hilarious testimony I might add, but he shot me an unbelievable text late that night once we had all gotten home from the retreat, thanking me for doing that during our retreat and how powerful it was for him. He went ahead and called his hero that night on the way home and had a deep conversation he just hadn't had with that person. Jake's text to me, and I'm paraphrasing, just wanted to say tonight was awesome, and having us all be vulnerable was super important for our team. It really resonated with me what you said about telling our heroes and our family we love them while we have them. Just wanted to say thank you, Coach. Love you, Coach. Jake, I'm so proud of you. I'm grateful for you. Tuesday night. And give them a hand for that. That's Elite Company of America. As always, Caleb's helping me coach here in my ear. Over 500 career rebounds, 99 career block shots. Did you get one tonight? Because they were taking it to you down there. So you did get okay. Chad, did you have a block? Did you have it for a block? Sorry, Chad. Second team all-conference last year, and he will be all-conference again, and he should be, I don't know if they'll give us 3, but he should be a first-team all-league big. There's not a better big in our league. He's been a part of 2 national tournament teams in his time here at MNU, and as I said, there is not a better big man in our conference. Man, where do I start with CJ? I'm not sure we got a guy grow personally as much as Caleb has in his 3 years at MNU. My first year back as an assistant in 21-22, Caleb and I would get into a shouting match nearly every day in practice. Our love language was yelling at each other. CJ was so good at throwing the basketball all over the gym during our practice which is good enough for 6th all-time in Pioneer history. He just passed a guy named Adam Hepker, who I hear was pretty good. Over 950 career rebounds, which is 8th all-time in Pioneer history. Not too bad for a 6'5" guy. Absolutely, give him a hand. Over 450 career assists and over 280 career steals, which is good enough for 3rd all-time. AB is a 3-time honorable mention All-American. And if they get it right this year, he'll be a 1st or 2nd team All-American this year. He's a 4-time 1st team All-Conference. And he will be 1st team All-Conference again. And if he's not the player of the year in our league, it will be a travesty. I believe he will be. He was freshman of the year back in 2020. He's been a part of 3 national tournament teams in his time here at MNU. And what he has done second semester from an efficiency standpoint this year is unbelievable. Maybe I should bring him off the bench more often. Oh, and you're welcome for fixing the free throw this year. AB is a silent assassin on the court. It drives me bananas how quiet this dude is. But I never have to question his effort. He impacts the game in so many ways, which is rare for basketball players today who just want to score. Points, rebounds, assists. here is never up. We want to hear from you. We want to see you. We want to hear you pouring into our guys constantly. And I'd also ask you guys, you four guys, to go live with heart. Put your Lord and Savior first. Figure out that this life is about living for other people. Be assertive, be resolute, and be tough. And we know that you guys will be men of impact. Would you guys pray with me for our 4 seniors, please? Our 6 seniors, 4 players, and our managers. Father God, thanks for this day. Thanks for game day. Thanks for protecting both teams today. Thanks for our program, this institution, its coaches, its leaders, its professors. When you come to Mid-America, you get impacted in a lot of great ways, and we're thankful for this institution. I'm thankful for our team. I'm thankful for our 6 seniors and the legacy they're leaving behind in this program. We pray that you would bless them, guide them, direct them, help them to keep you first in every single thing they do. As husbands, as fathers, as employees in their communities. Father, keep pursuing them relentlessly like we know you do. Father, we pray for protection the rest of this year. We're thankful for everybody in this room and the great community that is Pioneer basketball. We love you and praise you. Amen. We will see you guys Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Go Pioneers!
One more big hand for all the seniors. And we will see you Tuesday night, 7 o'clock. I'm not sure who we're playing. It doesn't matter. Just come on out and support the Pioneers. Tuesday night and then Wednesday night, the ladies will be playing at 7.